Now, a lot of people are beginning to ask questions. We talked about it on this platform. We repeated it times without number. That there is something fishy about that intentional, very intentional move, push to stop the CCTV that the neighbor around Mohbad's house was willing to provide. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again where we expected Mohbad's father to take action, but unfortunately, he did not. Do you know why he didn't take action? You're about to find out why. He refused to make any move that will shed light. Do not forget that Mohbad's father also went to that house. Is he directly or indirectly involved in whatever it is that happened to his son? You will find out. Or what are his actions? What are his actions? Do not forget that the man, neighbor, who was to give the CCTV, he already saw it. He saw what was it. He saw the content of it. He knew what it is all about. But because he was threatened, because his information was put out there by the same circle of people that are now saying Mohbad's father is a bad man, he's a wicked man, they are the ones that messed it up because they wanted to have all attention around themselves. Now that Mohbad's father has scammed them, he's no longer going to them seeking for assistance. He's now somebody else using proxy here and there, using different people to go on different platforms to speak about how he's broke. Oh, the lady said Mohbad's father is now getting broke. Wow, he needs more money from the public to help him. Can you like stomach that kind of insult? To me, this is an insult. But that is not what we want to talk about. That's not what we are about to view and see. It is about the content of that CCTV. Do not forget that that CCTV sort of went underground. But now, like I said, that neighbor viewed the content of the CCTV. He saw what he saw. All of the stories that Mohbad's father aligned, all the stories that he told us, none of it is in place. There is more to what the eyes can see. Did he directly influence the demise of his son? No, that's not what we are saying. But we are saying that some of his story does not align. So therefore, they talk about, I was perplexed. In fact, so it do not appear like I'm the only one talking. I want you to see firsthand. Like I said, Mohbad's dad employed some couple of people, a female, to come online and begin to solicit and begin to sell this pity party thing. People will not be bought. No, they will not be bought with emotional blackmail. They will not in any way bow to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fire for fire. I want you to prepare yourselves. Today, that mystery is about to be demystified. Let's jump right into it.
ẹni tó bá ní ibòmí tó fẹ́ sá lọ lè máa sọ pé kí ẹ káwọn lè máa pààyàn lọ́nà lórí àwọn apààyàn ló wà lórí ipò. If you think it must stop, we have to stay indoor, stay back, and fight however we can. And then the country will start fixing itself gradually. Not all this merry-go-rounding, giving prominence to who you shouldn't. It's funny, unnecessary relevance and stuff. That's why it keeps abusing everybody, messing up with everybody that was speaking the truth, insulting anybody. Things that are not expected of even anybody that is grieving. He doesn't have money to do. He doesn't have the pedigree. About relevance, anything. The same public that gave you this whole stuff you're insulting arbitrarily for whatever it is, it's new Satan. I mean, but it has to stop. A lot of people have invested too much in this to unnecessarily continue to go blindly. It has to stop. And what about like Baba, quietly they should go and be giving him money, telling Baba, encourage him, can build carpentry work. Investigation to back Dori Baba, it to take his course. Until we know the role he played fully, apart from burying the boy already, nobody should put him in the fray to say, come and seek justice for us. How? Enough is enough. Respect people's emotion, their investment. People have paid, use money, time, everything. A whole year, 2 years. People hardly do other things. It is time to pay respect to these people's sacrifices. They analyze, they want the truth, they want progress on this stuff, And it is becoming new Satan. Titi wa ni ìjọba máa gbọ́. We are the genuine public. We are the justice seekers. We want the best for our country, not from others and people that are deceiving the public. Thank you for listening. Thank you for this audience. I will take any question or anything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your submission.
You want to share the mic? You want to say something to
Yes,
Mr. Yomi?
I want to ask him
Go ahead.
one question. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, I'll ask you two questions, sir, because I've been on your live before and I asked that question as well. And I want you to just answer me directly without maybe minking words. Okay. Okay. The first question is you keep saying Baba is obstructing justice and is in the way of people who are actually out there to seek justice and is not seeking justice. Please, can you tell me one thing Baba you think Baba has done apart from him burying the boy, which the narrative out there that Baba gave us is that he was shaken. You know, that it was actually not shaking, no, it was shaken. He didn't even know what to do and everything. Okay, apart from that, which other thing do you think Baba has done in the course of seeking justice that you feel like he has actually went all out to, obstruct justice? Thank you very much for.
All right, thank you. That's a very wonderful question. First and foremost, psychologically, if any parents get to hear about the demise of a son, daughter, even parents or your relative, you'll feel some psychological trauma. But in a normal climate where you have your wife there, your children there, and the public, it is most natural. Anywhere in the world, we have seen it. In most cases, men will always be men. They stand strong. That is a natural cause of death. But in a case of injustice and you lost a child, it is still okay for a few minutes, few hours to have lost balance, especially if it happened while you are there. But when you've traveled miles and you got there and you see the reason why you have to fight for the boy, because you are seeing not just injustice, you are seeing a serious cover-up. You wouldn't want to immerse yourself, no matter how shaken you are, except you are under direct duress or threat to take that action. Your common sense should tell you, no, whatever nonsense you must have done to this boy, or whatever must have happened, I don't have answers yet. When you don't have answers, then you don't go and cover up the lies. So first thing first, no matter how shaking, those times I was shaking, are those parts to always gaslight the public and make the public look stupid. Like the public are not even reasoning. Because at the end of the day, it would never tell you that when I got there, I don't want answers. The question you ask yourself as a parent, if you have family, show them right. When you go to a place where your son is likely to have been murdered, with series of gray areas, evidence, things down there, it is natural for you when, no matter how shaking you can be, at your heart, shake ọkàn ṣó ń béèrè oríṣiríṣi ìbéèrè pé kí ló pọ̀ mọ́ yìí, kí ni doctor sọ, kí ló fa ẹ̀jẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ńlẹ̀, kí ló fa gbá, kí ló fa wo? Why is my son Adura not talking? Why is this? So if he has those burden of questions running in his mind, with his shaking, psychologically one will have to override the other. That he wants answers. This is an adult child. This is a celebrity. He knows immediately that even the public want to ask. And then the next thing is, I was shaking, but he got stability to go and make decision that will conceal the truth forever. That's not an excuse. That shaking does not continue that way. So it's a fundamental error. Anybody can give that shaking longevity they want as a care. But there are so many breakpoints. He said he got to station, they got to mortuary, they didn't take the body. Is this thing shaking? Because the institution of authority and law gave him the reason to think straight again. All this deceit, we need to stop it. The institution of governance and justice were able to say, Baba, calm down. What happened to this boy? We should stop all this gaslighting. If you don't have, if it is a spontaneous reaction, if Mohbad was still gasping for
Mr. Yomi, sorry, 1 minute. I think the question is, in what area do you think he is against justice? I want you to be precise in some key point areas.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yes.
The key area is that number one, which is already established at the coroner. And I know they must have told him the same thing in the police station when the case started. The first thing is, in spite of all the things he saw, the key series of evidence that would have given pathway to justice, he actually obstructed them by already burying. It's too early. The boy was buried under 24 hours. It's obstruction of justice. He obstructed. It's too much. The already burying is I can't have it. With all those things to one lane. What is the rationale behind the already burying? They are trying to protect something, cover up something. Then the other aspect of it is the CCTV. When I personally told him about Mohbad's neighbor, I gave him the contact of the neighbor. I spoke to him about what I was doing. Nobody knew about it. The neighbor is meant to be his friend because I would have expected that probably he know the neighbor or he must have met the neighbor anytime. And neighbor, I wouldn't know. And then, when I gave the information to this Baba, I can tell you on authority, that is a day before the protest in the Korodu, that was the early stage I came on TikTok. That neighbor was arbitrarily threatened, and I didn't give the information of that neighbor to anybody except Baba Mohbad. We lost the avenue of getting the CCTV. Because that neighbor told me, I explained to him, I said, this person I have come to meet shared the same flat, the kind of flat with Mohbad. She confirmed to me that Mohbad belongs to Landlord Association. She confirmed to me that the same developer built Mohbad's flat and house. And the same person installed the CCTV in the flat. That the person in charge of the CCTV of the estate, central storage, is also the one probably worked on Mohbad's CCTV on her own. And the person said they will give access, that we need to meet secretly and discuss. I shared this vital information with Baba Mohbad. And I gave the coordinates of where I was, everything. And lo and behold, by the time I was able to establish who the person is with Baba, sent the lady's number, that in case I go missing, that is the way I got it wrong. And it was so risky then. The moment it was in the morning, I said, Baba, this is the number of the lady. In case I go missing, because I'll be removing my SIM card. Please, Baba, you are my last hope. Make sure they track this lady down. That is the person I want to go and get so and so thing. And before I could say Jack Robinson, the lady was not only threatened, they hacked into a database and they were threatening the lady. And the lady had to turn back. I screamed out to the world. That was the beginning of the moment I started suspecting the Baba. And then there was total denial. He didn't even call me. He didn't even call me. Did you succeed? Are you safe? For somebody who left his house to go and look for evidence when I thought he was also seeking justice. He didn't call to say, Mr. Ami, are you okay? Even at the protest when we met, he didn't even ask, how would any be tell law? And I didn't get to know that he was involved until the same thing repeated itself with the same person. Because my spirit is strong, all of Ekashiri want to. The second time I gave the family another neighbor, the next thing, I was forced to give the same information to his power of attorney. They went there, they did whatever they want to do with that neighbor. When they were trying to access the second neighbor, I said, hold on, don't go, sir. That is one Mr. Sheyi that was sent. I said, I have another neighbor that was going to be helping before, long time ago. You can go back to her. This is our contact. And they repeated the same hacking and threat to that same neighbor. Tontikoko act or threat in life and that I came out, they said it was a lie. And at the end of the day, you can see the trajectory why the same Baba will blocking the pathway to justice. Because what I am looking for will expose him. Will expose the crime he committed, will even substantiate the obstruction of justice that everybody is placing emotion on. They will see how calm he was, his demeanor in the CCTV while MOHBAD is lying beside him. They will see everything. They will see how they were having the meeting. In and outside. And every part of the house. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to know exactly that Baba was under emotional trauma. He took those decisions in a very sane and balanced emotion. He wasn't under any duress. So he was blocking it, I never knew. So by the time they did the same thing to this woman again, and I got to realize that, wow. So these were the same people that practically obstructed my effort on the CCTV from the onset. The likes of the Bukky Jesse were saying I was the one chatting with myself. I know some people even followed and believed that. So at the end of the day, that is the third one. They blocked and they destroyed the pathway to getting the CCTV of MOHBAD's house and that of the neighbor. Now let's go to the 3 seconds video. I can tell you authoritatively, when they package whatever they want to package and sent Damola forward, the Damola had insulted the Baba severally. When we got to command, and as a matter of fact, they were there before me.
Mr. Amit, please hold on 1 minute. Show that mic. Are you still listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. Mr. Amit, continue.
When we got to Lagos State Police Command, Special Squad 1, we went in together. He was frowning throughout from the door because when one Mr. Yepareti called me, Mr. Ami, where are you? I said, I am approaching the place. And I saw him. I was entering into the command. He said, Mr. Amekusha, when he, and you know what, that's good. When he, how to you, Baba MOHBAD not here, Wambi. Oh, really? Okay. And the man, he started showing up. Era just gave me some cold greeting. Tears. I was having a 2-year-old boy with me at that time. Says, see, another body language. What's going on? Well, money may be because of a stress. Don't let me look into that. We got in there. When we got in to this place, my brother, I was fighting and defending and seeking justice for MOHBAD. It was when the police said, all these things that is being said here, we don't want it on social media, Mr. Ami, please, we don't. I said, why don't you? I will speak my own part. I would whistleblow where I need to whistleblow. Said, and he turned it to them. He said, you people should talk to him. You shouldn't go and talk on social media and stuff like that. And the entire team of Baba were compelling on me not to say anything on social media. I was shocked. Even the Damola Baba did not challenge him. I stood up with anger and I said it before the police. I'm sorry, I need to write my statement. I don't believe these guys impersonated Adura. It's not adding up. Nothing is shown to me. All these feebles, you don't even understand the case. When I put it to the police that, do you know that the account was actually deactivated and came back in? They were shocked. I said, I have the evidence with me. Do you have it in your case file? They don't. I said, where is the phone? Where is the video? They said they are not looking into it. And the Baba cannot even stand up and defend and say, why would you not want to see? They said, this is how my son probably was murdered. I want to see. The entire quietness and conspiracy of silence was so disgusting, I was disgusted. I said I will fight on no matter what. That was the moment I concluded finally that the public are the genuinely bereaved. The public are even the one that came out. I'm sure the public don't even know Boba's father or mother. When everybody trooped out in the numbers, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, London, New York, everywhere, all over the world. We're not looking because of a father. We were bereaved. We were in pain. We feel that one of us was taken unjustly. Nobody would trash that. It's a turning point in the country. We must not throw it away. If we lose and don't get justice with that kind of public arousement and passion for justice, it's going to be taking this country backwards, close to 400-500 years. I can tell you authoritatively, no member of a family was showing any sign of seeking justice except what they do on social media. Offline, it's a total different ballgame. I have met with the father one-on-one. I have met with the mother one-on-one. I have met with the younger brother one-on-one. I've met with some family members of MOHBAD one-on-one. I know. On the scale of preference, if you look at the entire passion offline, I can help social media. I have dealt with these people one-on-one at heat of passion. The family are the ones saying, don't go to where the truth is, not any external. I saw them for who they are, Shodamite. When money was not involved, where the only thing that was left is strong will to pursue justice at the height of the risk. I saw them one-on-one. You never did. Where I should back off, I stood. They are the enemy. Injustice starts. The family are the enemy. They are the cause of injustice. Meaning you, anybody crew at this stage, I can tell you for free, they are all involved. They played a role. Individually, they played a role. And that is one of the reasons why the spirit of the boy is fighting, because the boys engage the entire nation. To fight my family, I need the entire nation to stand up. And the country stood up. You cannot rubbish that with unnecessary sentiments on social media. No police officer will rubbish that. It is not social media that made people to walk on the street. They walk on the street because they are seeing that the boy needs strength. He needs character. He needs people to stand for him. He needs that army to fight against his family. That is the kind of people he needs to get justice. If his family were there, he wouldn't need to arouse the entire nation. He knew that this is beyond him. Nobody should make the public fail. The Baba obstructed justice, not just by burying alone. He blocked all the pathway of seeking the truth. His lawyer should have jumped on the 30 seconds video and the revelation. He can tell you for free on social media, I don't care who is involved. It's just to gaslight you. His action offline doesn't show anything towards that. When Adura was arrested and was detained for 2 days where the extension was to be made, he came out publicly and said, he keep coming to, deceive the public with the truth. Why is he happy? The Adura that you want them to prosecute. And you are coming to set the public and even shaming and trying to even shade an NGO. Why would I be lying? Are you Adura? Oh, made it on for 2 3 don't work on my paro. Adura ya call it rebel. Call it crombe. Look at the own nonsense that both families are doing. Karimo ń ṣe rubbish sí Wùmí ṣe rubbish sí Karimo àdúrà ń ṣe nonsense sí Mohbad Darosha fi tiẹ̀ kún ìyá náà ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Look at the press conference we did. Ṣé bí ìyá yẹn ṣe wá tí bàbá yẹn bá jókòó tó bá wá justice fún ẹ ṣé drama yẹn ló máa fèsì bàbá yẹn ṣe. They came to fight the public by coming to attack the NGO. Because normally they should have allowed the NGO to get to the root of that 30 seconds video. Simple thing the family should do. Tell me where the Baba supported us. Offline. Forget about the lies they put up on social media. The senior advocate should jump on it because people thought the lawyer was representing the public. They didn't give me lawyer, and I'm standing firm up to this now. The Baba that has lawyer, did he even protect it? Did he even fight for any evidence to Jadi? Meanwhile, he was attending Corona with no evidence. So many things, Toshio. And Mohbad is going to get justice very shortly. The entire truth will be out.
Be clearer.
There will be upset.
This is what we are.
The nation will learn from this case. The public will win.
Expected.
God Almighty will win. The glory will go to God Almighty and the public.
Clarity.
And every individual that has done something tangible.
Mediocrity. We will not embrace foolishness. We will not accept someone manipulating
that is
the
left
audience,
to go with those that are deceiving the public
into believing fallacy. No, not at all. Gone are those days. Gone are those days. It is not going to repeat itself anymore. Enough is enough. Gone are those days that you will come out stupidly, foolishly, and then make people hate on someone because you want to be a fan, a dedicated fan, a loyal fan to someone when you know that this other person is spitting out the truth. It is just there. You know fully that what is coming out of this person is the truth and nothing more. But because you want to show loyalty, you will now do gang fighting or join against the truth. That is the problem of a lot of people. The conscious and very determined move to stop, to stifle the truth. The lady that is being addressed, she's a new face. She identified herself and said she does some music in Mohbad's father's studio. And all of a sudden, she left her music. She's now a voice for Mohbad's father, advocating for Mohbad's father. It is no longer justice for Mohbad. It is now justice for Aloba, Mr. Aloba, Mr. J. It is now justice for J, not justice for Mohbad. That is what it has become. That's what it has become. Because what she's saying to the public is unacceptable. Talking about how broke Mohbad's father is. How he is now broke. That Mohbad's father is lacking now. And I'm like, are you normal? Is Mohbad's father a disabled person? She said, no, I'm not saying she's a disabled person. What I'm saying now is that she is a celebrity. So we have to cater for someone whose son's demise brought people together showing empathy. He has not become a celebrity. Seriously? Oh, with Frame, Joe Frame. Really? No. The man cannot walk on the streets with his legs again. Oh, they gave him a car. Oh, the only thing he has to his name is that car and maybe what? Like, there is something wrong with this woman. There's something seriously wrong with her. I think they call her shoulder might or something. I don't know where you came from. Telling us that Mohbad's father is broke. How much have you contributed into Mohbad's justice or Mohbad's father? You're telling us he's broke. How is that our business? Why don't you go sell your property, your house, or whatever you have and give to him? Show him love. Give it to him. Don't come tell us Mohbad's father is broke, and how is his brokenness have anything to do with us? Who is going to contribute to people who are on justice for Mohbad, who are also broke, who can't pay their rent? Are you going to canvass people to donate for those people too? Are you going to return the money that people imputed in Justice for Mohbad and they didn't get any answer? Is inconclusive they got. Are you going to bring back the inconclusive donation? Telling people to, Mohbad's father is broke. Are you guys plotting on how to steal from the public again? Is that your own job? Because she's all over social media. And the bad part of it is these people, they are operating as if they like a spell. Like a spell is coordinating them. Moving around. Manipulating the public. Telling the public to bring money to help Mohbad's father feed his children. Are we the ones that got Mohbad's father's wife pregnant to produce those children? Why should we be interested in catering for Mohbad's father, his children, and his wife? Can they get a job? I'm talking about getting a job. Mohbad's father is well-to-do. He is financially buoyant than majority of those clamoring for justice for his son. He has a studio. They said he has a house. Maybe that's where the studio is. Got him from Justice for Mohbad. Apart from the other house that he lived. Look at how he looked when his son passed away. He looked old. People thought he was about 65. They thought he's 65, 70 at that time. He looked haggard, broke, unkempt. Look at his living room. The room looked like darkness. The sofa was not suffering. But now look at Mohbad's father. He now has wallpaper. He now and that is not even the house that he shows. He has a house. He has 2 houses or 3, according to what we heard. All within this short space of justice for Mohbad. He has a new clean automobile and money in his account, clothes, gifts, and is now telling us that we need to donate to Mohbad's father and that he's broke, he needs help. He has not been hitting. He's getting broke now. What is our business with that? And we are talking about 100 million naira that they said went into Mohbad's father. 100 million naira, and he's unable to tell. He felt that this will continue forever. That is his thought, that this was going to be continuous. But I am very sure that now he knows that this is not going to be a continuous thing. This has to be stopped. Enough is enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you think. For me, I believe justice for Mohbad is the focus here, and not some man who is trying to defraud the public again, trying to tap into our empathy, tap into the long suffering that we have cut short now. Nobody is donating to you anymore. You can go hungry forever. In fact, it's time for you to begin fasting. After all, Bukky Jesse said they wanted you to go on a prayer mountain. You started running up and down. You don't want prayer. Now you say you are broke. No amount of money that will be given to you that will put you right. Because it's like you have some spiritual problems that affected Mohbad too. If you look at Mohbad's decision-making ability, you will know that there is a problem. Are we saying that others don't have spiritual problem? A lot of people have spiritual problem. It is your ability to discover, realize, and work on it. That is what matters. But it becomes more of a problem when you have a spiritual problem and you are a stubborn person. Naturally, you refuse to accept that you have a spiritual problem or you have issues. Even if you don't have a spiritual problem, your sense of reasoning is to manipulate the public. Your ability only is how to manipulate the public, because you cannot go to those that used you and you use them to scam. You are now coming to some other platform, sending them forth to beg on your behalf, to collect money. You will not collect that money. Nobody is donating to you. Anybody that wants to donate to Mohbad's father can go ahead. If you like, post pictures of yourself in the hospital with different drip passing through your nose. that you're about to RIP, nobody will donate to you. This is a scam that will not be permitted or allowed. That's it. So I don't know what you guys think. You've heard what Yomi Fabi presented. A question was asked by the same lady, and Yomi Fabi beautifully narrated the journey. And I asked myself, and I keep asking, how can it be that Mohbad's father was not interested in CCTV? Personally, let us even remove Yomi Fabi from the equation. Why is it that it didn't occur to him to go and cry at the gate of that man? Please, show me. Please, I beg you, show me a clip. Let me just even see a clip of what happened. If the time that they claim my son passed away, if he also lied about when he got to know of the demise of his son, how then will he be interested in getting CCTV? He won't be interested because the CCTV will expose much more than what he's telling us. I don't know if you're part of those who are willing to give him money, but I'm sure you listen to Yomi Fabi, how he clearly stated, word for word, how it all happened, that made him conclude that Mohbad's father is only interested in taking himself out of poverty and nothing more.